Yes! Yes! So wait. That doesn't look like a barrier to me. That's definitely not a barrier. Oh, that's the digger one. Okay, I changed my mind at the last minute. Alright, yes! Anyway, so after about 8 different trips, I finally have the last mission to give me the last city in California. And if you are an ATS player, you will know that the last city in California that you can unlock, that you generally, unlock with actual cargo trips, is Hornbrook. I finally got my trip to Hornbrook, so I thought I would share it, especially since it is the last city in California that I need to unlock. So let's get on with it. Wait a minute, how do I get out of here? Okay, over there. Alright. Yes, so this is American Truck Simulator. Very much like Euro Truck Simulator, except you constantly drive on the wrong side of the road. And why is cat backwards? And I am actually using one of the mods, the real world company mod thingy. And getting out of here is actually going to be a bit tricky. Well, at least there's no traffic. That's good. Alright, now... Oh, I'm going that way anyway. Nice! Again, I'm running with manual transmission because I need to get used to it. It shifts very differently from a sports car, you know. But yeah, we're leaving out from Eureka. We're headed up to Hornbrook at last. I've got like $1,300 in the bank at this point, without a bank loan. So after this, I should actually be able to buy a truck, a little truck of my own. I think. Actually, I haven't checked out the price of the American vehicles. I'm still really happy about unlocking Glasgow in Euro Truck. I'd really like to get pro mods for that and start doing some actual recordings, but to get pro mods running, you have to have all the expansion maps rather. But I can't afford it, so I won't. Speaking of which, I am actually looking at getting my Patreon set up. So something's wrong with that Walmart truck. Yeah, I'm looking at getting my my Patreon set up. So keep an eye out for that in the next couple of weeks. Probably January is where I want to do a lot of stuff. Let's get on with this. I think I might have just cut that car off. Hey, I'm driving like a real American. I don't have head tracking. I had an experiment with cheap head tracking by using a logo attached to a hat that would be used as the center point for the webcam, but it's a little bit janky. So, oh no, the highway's closed. It's a little bit janky, so I decided not to bother. And I'm still using the old the mouse look with the center return button. So I'm trying to keep this one set up about the same way as I have Euro Truck, because I seem to be pretty comfortable with the way Euro Truck is set up at the moment. One thing I still haven't done actually is shifted the engine braking on this thing. Yeah, when I hit my bound button for engine braking, it tries to lock the differential. Which, by the way, why do I want to lock the differential on this truck? Or any truck, actually. From what I remember, differentials on tarmac or roads is not a great idea. And I can't say I've noticed a lot of off-roading in this particular version of the simulator. In the Euro truck, I know there's a couple of quarries that you can deliver to, but I've never noticed any change in handling when I go from the standard roadway to the... I am really speeding. When I go from the standard roadway onto the gravel paths, I don't notice much difference in handling or indeed grip as far as the truck goes. So, you know, maybe I'm missing something. It's entirely possible. Oh God, I'm crossing over the yellow line there. That's bad. I remember that from my my driving tests. Crossing the yellow line is bad. I want to stay on this side of that yellow line. Yes, I do. I check my mirrors. I know. Surprising, isn't it? What are you checking your mirrors for? That's not an American thing to do. I should stop saying that. Well, you know what? I'm pretty vicious about the people that drive in England as well. So you know what? Like it and lump it. We all know what drivers are like. Actually, one thing I'll say: driving around in England, well, the limited amount of driving around in England that occurred. The driving styles there are pretty universal. You know, from one end of the country to the other, the driving styles are pretty universal. Over here in America, they vary a lot. You go from state to state, and the driving styles change a lot, noticeably. I remember, I'm going to go back to my trip across America. I remember driving that 15-foot Penske and going through Texas. A lot of the people would they were really wary of it. They would, you know, get out of the way basically. It's a rental truck, so you know the guy driving it probably doesn't care if he hits anything. B, it's a large vehicle with a small vehicle attached to the back of it with a trailer. So you know people there they were kind of wary of it, and they would get out of the way and give me a wide berth. When I got to say Georgia? Oh God, no! Georgia was the complete opposite. They were playing chicken with me. Oh God, this guy's actually doing the speed limit. Come on, dude. 35 is the advised speed limit. You can do at least 40 without getting a ticket. Actually, that depends on the police officer, doesn't it? I remember I got pulled over by a bicycle officer. By a motorcycle cop because I was doing 3 miles an hour over the limit, and he even wrote me a ticket. And he was actually in somebody's driveway with the radar. I realized later on that if I'd have taken it, you know, if I'd have gone to court, I probably could have got the whole thing thrown out. But since it wasn't a points on the license ticket, because it was, you know, under, was it 5 miles an hour or whatever it is, I can't remember. But yeah, it was just a fine, it wasn't points. I decided, yeah, I'll just pay it, whatever. But yeah, that officer was a bit of a jerk, to be honest. I will say that, you know what, it definitely wasn't me, because anytime I deal with the officers, I'm always always very polite, and very rarely do they give me the maximum. Usually they give me like the minimum or let me off, because I'm, you know, polite, respectful, mostly obedient. Well, at least I'm having difficulty keeping up with this guy. I love how the scenery changes in this. I would love to do an LA to Hornbrook run, just to watch all the scenery change. Oh, helicopter! Hi, helicopter. Oh, I'm accelerating uphill. Wow. Nice. Hello, Mr. Police Officer. Thank you for not giving me a ticket this time. Now, the reason Hornbrook is such a problem is because it's not actually a town or a city. From what I understand, it's just a set of roadworks. So you've got to be pretty lucky to get the deliveries for it to turn up. And every now and again you'll get the deliveries from it. But again, it's just, from what I understand, it's just a placeholder at the moment, like a set of roadworks between states. I mean, imagine being the guy, one of the artists on this project, right? Being told, okay, look, I need you to put down all the road between here and the state line. Right, put down all the trees, the road, all the scenery and everything, but we're not actually going to use it because there's no town there. You know how sucky that would be. So I would imagine that what's happened is they've put Hornbrook up there as sort of a placeholder, just to give the road a reason to be there. And then when they do Oregon, it will become a thing. I really, really hope that they do the entire continent of the United States in this game. That would be so amazing. Actually, the one thing I haven't done is turn my lights on. That's kind of weird. I'm trying to get into this habit that whenever I start the truck and start driving, I turn the lights on. Mostly so I don't have to worry about it any other time. Oh, I should probably change gear now. And also, if it starts raining, I don't have to worry about turning the lights on. They're already on. I can just turn the wipers on. Plus, of course, it's a safety thing. You know, there are probably drivers out there who wouldn't see a large red truck coming. Actually, there are people out there like that. It sounds stupid, but there genuinely are people that would not see a gigantic red truck coming at them. I have seen people who have driven into the back of huge yellow school buses that have all those flashing lights and stuff on. Yeah, I've seen people drive into the back of those. Highly inconvenient for the school children because obviously the bus is not allowed to leave the scene of the accident. So they have to send out another bus to pick the kids up, which takes a long time. I know a lot of useless crap about America now. Well, I guess if you're going to live somewhere, you should probably figure out how it works, right? It's gone so green, and look at it. There's trees and there's green stuff. I think it's grass, I can't remember. It's been a while. Rocks, mountains. snow, actually. The idea of snow is also very exciting to me now. I've been living in Florida far too long. Another thing I need to do is actually tweak the graphics settings. I think I can turn them up a little bit. And there's something that's giving me minor stutters as well. I've got to figure out what that is and turn it off or on or off. Off, I think. Shall I? Shall I? No. I can't be that far from the work site at this point. It's got very green and very mountainous. Wait. Are these considered mountains in California, or did I just refer to them as hills at this point? They're really just hills, aren't they? Look at that hill over there. That's a mountain. I'm from Florida, shut up. Hornbrook! Yay! Got the last city unlocked. Yay! There's absolutely nothing here, but it was totally worth it. Now I can expand my horizons beyond just California. I can move further east. There you go, I had to think about that for a minute. Oh, go west. Might get a bit wet, but go west. Oh, gears, indicators. Fair enough. I don't have to stop there, there's no traffic. And there's my destination. So what have we got here? All we've got in Hornbrook is the Texaco here. 66. And the construction site. Wait for the lights. And that's my delivery spot over there. Ooh. Oh god, I've got to back this thing up. Oh dear. Bet those porta potties are unlocked. Nah. Be a good place to come gold panning. The toilets are functioning. Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Wrong button. There we go. Nice. I managed to back her up without using the camera, which I tried to switch to there, but it was too late. Never mind. So that's Hornbrook unlocked. That's all of California at last. Wow, that took some doing. Yay! That is all of California, right? Oh, no, wait a minute. No, wait, is Yuma California or... It's right on the friggin' border. It's kind of hard to tell, actually. And I don't know my geography that well. Let's ask the Google. Right. Yuma says... Sorry, Yuma says Google is in Arizona. No, Google says Yuma is in Arizona. So yes, I have finished unlocking all of California. Or at least its cities. You can see there's lots of roads I haven't explored. Right. Where do I go next? Yeah, where do I go next? Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. It was a lot of fun. I think maybe Arizona next. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, until next time. Oh, wait, yes. If you've enjoyed this this short little video, don't forget to lean in and caress that like button for me, and yeah, subscribe for even more strange failures, spectacular car crashes, and other weirdness. And I will see you anon.